Voters in the nation's most populous state will receive their mail-in ballots for the June 2nd primary in just a matter of weeks. Leading up to this crucial window, Democratic Congressman Eric Swalwell was projected to be one of the top contenders to replace outgoing Governor Gavin Newsom in a crowded 10-person field. That momentum halted on a single Friday morning. The San Francisco Chronicle published a report detailing severe, graphic allegations of sexual misconduct against the candidate. The initial claims came from a former staff member. She told the Chronicle that shortly after being hired at Swalwell's Castro Valley district office, he began making inappropriate comments, sending sexual messages, and actively soliciting her for sex. The allegations escalated. The woman stated that in September of 2019, she woke up naked in the congressman's hotel room, possessing very little memory of the previous night. 5 years later, after she was no longer on his staff, she agreed to meet him for drinks at a gala. She recalled telling him no and physically pushing him away, before again having trouble remembering the details of the evening. She said she woke up with signs of sexual trauma on her body. These extreme, specific reports of assault instantly severed Swalwell's path to the governor's mansion and plunged his campaign into an existential crisis. Swalwell launched an immediate public defense. He issued a statement calling the allegations false, framing them as a political hit job arriving on the eve of an election against the frontrunner. Behind the scenes, his legal team had already taken an aggressive posture, sending out cease and desist letters to 2 accusers the day before the story broke. He followed up with a video message on Facebook. He apologized to his wife for past mistakes in judgment, but firmly denied committing any crimes, vowing to defend his decades of public service against what he called lies. His attempt to contain the damage failed within hours. A second wave of reporting hit later that exact same Friday, creating a media cascade he could no longer control. CNN published claims from 4 additional women who had worked for the congressman, all alleging similar patterns of sexual misconduct. Simultaneously, corroborating evidence emerged for the original Castro Valley staffer. The Chronicle reported having access to text messages she sent to friends, describing the events right as they were happening. Her former boyfriend also went on the record, telling reporters he had actively encouraged her to report the incidents to the police at the time. Swalwell promised to fight the claims with facts. However, 5 separate accusers, a major network investigation, and contemporaneous digital records completely collapsed his defensive perimeter in a single afternoon. In standard political scandals, party allies will often withhold judgment and wait for an official investigation. The severity and volume of these claims triggered an immediate, coordinated exodus. Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi quickly urged him to drop out, stating publicly that an investigation is best handled outside of a gubernatorial campaign. Heavyweight federal allies, including Senator Adam Schiff and House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries, instantly severed their backing. At the local level, critical ground game institutions vanished. The powerful California Teachers Association entirely pulled their endorsement. Even the man he was running to replace, Governor Gavin Newsom, publicly labeled the multi-sourced allegations as deeply troubling. Between Friday morning and Friday night, the anointed Democratic successor was left completely isolated on the political map. The scandal introduces a unique mathematical threat to the state's Democratic Party, thanks to California's nonpartisan primary system. Currently, 10 candidates are competing on a single shared ballot. Under state rules, only the top 2 candidates with the most votes advance to the November 3rd general election. Party affiliation does not matter. Right now, a heavy concentration of Democratic candidates is splintering the state's massive liberal voting base into tiny fragments. Because the liberal vote is spread so thin, 2 Republicans are currently sitting right near the top of early primary polls. By refusing to exit the race, Swalwell leaves a highly damaged name on the ticket. He continues to draw just enough lingering support to maintain that dangerous mathematical fracture for his party. The total collapse of a frontline campaign in under 24 hours now threatens the Democratic grip on the state. If liberal voters remain divided, a Friday morning scandal could easily hand the governor's office to a Republican in a deep blue stronghold.